What's going on, family? Hope everybody's having a great day, great night, wherever you're watching this from. The conscience of the soul, sometimes with a lot of people, is dormant. It's dormant simply from the fact because a lot of them have never really experienced true love. They have always been the individual that has existed in a marriage or relationship where they're just existing. They've never invested into the marriage, they've never invested into the relationship, and we're going to talk about that. Some people are together based off of mere factor of connection, of business. They're not together because they truly love the individual. They're only with them for security. And this goes both sides. This is men and women. A lot of times when people do fall in love with somebody, they're not with them based off of their looks, which is kind of backwards, isn't it? And we're living in a time where love is nothing more than what I can get from you and what I can do. It's not about what I can do for you. It's about what I can get out of you. People don't want love anymore. And those that do want love, they're not willing to settle. They're not willing to sell their soul to somebody just based off of them saying that I have somebody in my life. And this is the reason why you have a lot of people that are still single. But you still have those that want to say that they love somebody, but then they want to still do what they do to them. They don't want to grow with them. They don't want to invest. Their invested in time is only about what I can get out of you, not what I can do for you. And believe it or not, in time, you will know exactly who is the person that genuinely loves you. Because it was never going to be about what they can get out of you. It's always going to be about them always trying to see you happy, wanting to grow with you, pray for you, pray with you. These key values will always take you very far in a marriage or relationship. But then we're also living in a time where relationships don't even have the same exact meaning anymore. Marriage does not have the same exact meaning because we're looking at everything fall apart right before our eyes when it comes to marriage, when it comes to the payments and the spousal payments and all these other things that are going on. And so people they're shunning away. They're scared of it because they don't want to have to endure everything else that everybody else is enduring because they looked at what they went into thinking that it's going to be a happily ever after, and instead it is something that is falling apart. Now, what I'm saying, I'm not saying give up on love. I'm not saying that it does not exist. I'm not saying that you cannot find anybody and the person that you're involved with does not love you. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying that make sure that what you all have is solidified. Make sure that what you all have, you're praying with each other and praying for each other. You're investing time and energy into each other. Because all these things that you are doing is really going to be the building blocks to what you all have ahead. Every relationship and marriage always hits hard times. But those hard times and those obstacles that you all go through, you will be able to endure it based off of what you do now, not based off of what you do later. If you take a look back at everything that you've been through in your entire life, all the relationships, the marriages, the heartbreaks, the disappointments, the people that have treated you bad, the people you've treated bad, you can look at all that and you will see that everything that you went through brought you to this very moment. That is very vital to understand that in order for you all to endure and to build and to have something solid, it's going to start and end with you. Also, both of you all. And that right there was going to take patience. It's going to take time. It's going to take endurance. It's going to take for you all to believe and trust that what you all have is much more deeper than just love itself. But it's going to take for you all to be able to embrace and communicate and talk about the things that you all are dealing with, which a lot of couples don't talk no more. We just exist. We just live together. We're roommates. Nobody wants to talk about the issues. Every time the issues are talked about, they're always thrown to the back burner, and the person ignores because they don't want to deal with their own issue. And they wonder why the relationship and marriage does not work. Until you deal with it, you continue to go around in circles. So last, what is it going to take? What is it going to take for you to be happy? What is it going to take for you to find somebody that is willing to invest time and energy into? What is it going to take for you all to grow? What is it going to take for you to grow individually before you get into the relationship, before the relationship hits the next plateau, and you all continue to really embrace and see things manifest within your marriage or your relationship? It's going to take you to invest that same exact energy and time into yourself. Nothing is impossible, nothing is hard. Sitting back, reflecting on what you've been through is so important, so vital. A lot of us, we never do that. We're always looking so far ahead that we never take time to synchronize with what is taking place. Sometimes you're going back in history of what you went through. It's a learning curve of what you would not go through moving forward. But if you don't get the help that you need for yourself, you're going to continue to go through the cycle of what you went through in the past, because you don't want to deal with your own issues. The issues that you always deal with is, oh, he's doing this, she's doing that. And the sad thing is, your family will always be on your side instead of being open and honest with you. And the person that you're with, they're going to be honest with you. And we'll talk about that later. You all know exactly where I'm going. You've been with somebody, and every time something happens, their family is always on their side. They never see their wrong. They only see yours, all right? Last but not least, always remember, some moment in your life, God is bigger than this moment. That's the reason why I press. Have a blessed and amazing day.